drive by these huge spinning things. They were everywhere. I always wondered what they were used for and why there were so many of them. Now that I am older and have a better understanding, I know that they are called wind turbines. Everyone has their own opinions about wind turbines, but I will be informing you about them. First, I will be telling you how they work, why we use them, and how popular they are in Nebraska. Next, I will tell you the advantages of using a wind turbine, and lastly, I will tell you the disadvantages of using them. First, wind turbines have huge blades that use the wind and make energy. The wind causes the blades to turn around a rotor, a rotating object inside the turbine. The rotor is connected to the main shaft, which spins a generator and produces energy. Nebraska uses wind turbines. We do this so that it doesn't risk the climate change and it doesn't cause pollution. Other sources of energy cause so much pollution. Coal is the worst source of energy, considering how much it pollutes the air. They release toxic chemicals into the air and water and cost a lot. Nebraska is one of the top states to use wind energy. According to NREL, National Renewable Energy Laboratory, we use 880,000 megawatts of energy. Wind turbines also save money for the customer's electricity. We lay in the Southwest Power Pool, where we saved $1.2 billion in 2013. Next, we will go over the advantages of using wind turbines. Using wind turbines, you don't have to worry about causing pollution, like coal or natural gas. Since you will never run out of wind, you will never run out of energy. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, over the past 10 years, the United States wind capacity increased an average of 30% per year. It is also the most cost-efficient type of energy. It only costs 4 to 6 cents a kilowatt per hour. If you are a farmer, these wind turbines could either be an advantage or disadvantage. I will tell you why they can be a disadvantage in a little bit, but I will first tell you why they are an advantage. Farmers like wind turbines because when wind plants want to plant them on their land, they have to pay rent to the farmers, and who doesn't want extra income? Wind turbines also make jobs for a lot of people. According to the Wind Vision report, they can support up to 600,000 jobs. The kinds of jobs they can provide would be building, installing, and fixing the wind turbines. Lastly, I will tell you the disadvantages. I will tell you why wind turbines can be bad for a farmer. Farmers may not like the idea of having these because it takes away their use of the land or could get in the way. Who wants to randomly have a wind turbine right in the middle of their cornfield? That probably wouldn't be very convenient for them. When we think of wind turbines, we can't just think about ourselves. We have to think about the wildlife animals. A lot of birds have been killed by flying into the spinning blades of the wind turbines. They have tried to fix this through technology, but it is still a problem. The cost of them is very expensive. A tower that is roughly 400 feet tall produces 1 to 8 megawatts of energy, provides power to 500 to 5,500 homes, costs up to $1 to $2 million per megawatt. They can also be very noisy and a distraction from the beautiful Nebraska scenery. No one wants to live in the country and have a wind turbine pretty much in their backyard. If you are like me and like looking out your window and seeing the beautiful nature, why would you want this to be the only thing you can see? Or when you're trying to sleep and just keep hearing the blades go round and round? Now that I have told you about how wind turbines work, why we use them, and the advantages and disadvantages of wind turbines, when you drive by a huge tower with blades on it, I hope you know that they are called wind turbines and what they do for us. And I hope you realize how much better these are than other energy sources. There is a lot of information out there about wind turbines. If you want to find out more about them, you could, very easily. Wind turbines may be a great decision for you to think of using, but remember, they do have some disadvantages.
Why did you choose this as your topic?
Well, since we live in Nebraska, there's a lot of these wind turbines around, and considering that it saves us from pollution, unlike coal or natural gas, That makes me more happy because I don't want to live in a polluted area.
How much do they weigh?
Well, a total is about 170 pounds, and that includes the whole tower itself and then the main shaft and the blades.
Do they always run off wind?
Well, since there is a generator inside the turbine, you don't have to have wind all the time because the generator will kick in and still give you the energy you need.